Hello, black man. This guided journal is being made available to build character, confidence, and define the inner person.
It has been deemed clear that our culture and our past has hindered black men from being open and vulnerable. Hello, black man.
Hello, black man.
Yep, check this out. I received this in the mail, right? Hello, black man. And I'm so excited about it. This is a journal to help black men articulate their feelings, express their feelings. Hell, just acknowledge that we have them in a safe and honest way. And hopefully, it will translate into other parts of your life. I get it. As a black man, a lot of us weren't encouraged or taught to talk about our feelings. As a kid, when you fail and hurt yourself, your parents told you to get up. You're a big boy. Big boys don't cry. That right there is a hard lesson to unlearn, and it's very hurtful. Because when we become older, we don't know how to express ourselves. We don't know how to talk about our feelings. We don't know how to have a conversation without lashing out or using profanity or getting upset and becoming violent, because we weren't taught. But this, man, is essential, not just to each one of us becoming a better person, but a society of men being able to express themselves is priceless. So if you want to become the best version of you that you can do, check out helloblackman.com. Grab the journal, actually journal in it, be honest, be open, and be accessible to your feelings and embrace them.
Hello, black man. What is going on? We are back in the building. It is 4/12/24, and listen, it's getting warm outside. I don't know if you know it. I don't know if you felt that little warmth outside today, but it is warming up, y'all. We didn't want the rain. You don't want the cold. You don't want this, and we got the locusts coming back, not the normal locusts, but we got the ones that come back like every 7 years. So we got to get ready for that. So if y'all, what they say, we outside, you're gonna be outside with the locusts this year. Just get ready. Don't say I didn't tell you. If you're in the country like me, I remember them, I guess, periodically about twice when they were out there. This loud. Many of them. See, I'm from the country. I'm from Hazlehurst, so anywhere is almost the country in Hazlehurst. But having those locals everywhere, in everything, under everything, and it's one of those things that you just don't forget. And so I was like, and then you just wake up one day and they were just gone. This kind of like vanished. So that's what you got. That's what you gotta look forward to, is the locusts coming. So hopefully you are ready for that. But tonight, we have a fantastic show lined up for you, and we're pulling in our entrepreneurs from all walks of life, right? And just so happened, this entrepreneur is from one of the greatest cities this country has ever seen. Obviously, I'm talking about Hazlehurst, Mississippi, okay? If you don't know that by now, if you don't follow me, follow what I'm talking about on social media, you know I'm talking about Hazlehurst. This is a D1 college athlete, football coach, full-time entrepreneur, uses grit and determination to lead his elite container services and multi-state shipping, container selling, and building container homes. And this is so crazy, right? Because this is just one of those things that has fascinated me since its inception. And so to see one of my friends enter the business, enter it from that side, it's just like, okay, boom, this is perfect. He's a husband, father, and a friend. I introduced to some, and I don't know how you're supposed to say it in church, like, introducing some and some of the others. I can't remember. I hope he can help me out. But we have Cameron Murray, Elite Container Services in the building.
How you doing?
What's up, my guy? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing?
Man, I'm trying to make it, man. I'm trying to make it through the week. I have a job where hectic. You kind of running out after people all day. So it's just part of the race, man. We're here.
Yeah.
You got to look great. Is that a look great?
Yeah, right there. In the
what you got, Mary? Come on now, huh?
Man, got the little boy, man, and this business, man.
It'll do it.
Yeah, it'll do it.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So tell the community a little bit about yourself personally first, and then we'll get into some entrepreneur stuff.
Okay, well, like you said before, my name is Cameron. I'm from Hazelhurst, the great city, that I love dearly, near and dear to my heart, man. And I wear it with pride on my chest, man. Being from the great city of Hazelhurst, a lot of great people have came out of that city,
That's right.
And so you got some big shoes to fill. My husband, I got my wife, Brittany. I have my son, Cameron Jr. He's great man. My first child, and
okay.
So got my own little family building here and building a legacy, building an empire.
That's what I like. That's what I like.
And having a vision. So, and that word gonna come up a lot in this segment.
I'll take it. Tell me about coaching. You got into coaching.
Yeah, so I got into coaching in 2013, man. And that's what I want to do after I finish playing football. At D1 at Iowa State, and winning bowl games there, and going on to play a little semi-pro ball, winning championships there. Winning championships at Hazelhurst High School.
That's right.
In that football journey. But and so I coached for 9 years. Got all the way up to being a defensive coordinator at a college. Some say next step is becoming a head coach. And that was the inspiration of mine. But when COVID happened, and it was a blessing in disguise. It is reaching back in what was already ingrained in me in my bloodline of being an entrepreneur. And but taking it to a new height, and taking it to a different level that was I won't say died in the Black community, but has suffered.
Yes, I will stand with you on that word for sure.
Yeah, so it's so now I love coaching, man. Enjoyed it, loved it. Still love it, still love it. Making my dream come true and making the journey of being an entrepreneur and bringing people up around me,
right,
as an entrepreneur, because it's not just about myself.
Yeah. So listen, just a few things right out of the bat, man. Listen, if I've never told you before, you are a person that age doesn't matter. I look up to you, right? As a brother, as a husband, as someone that is always doing something positive, right? It is not what you're doing when you are, I guess, and sometimes we're posting for attention, you're posting for your business and stuff like that. But it's just when you're just being yourself, right? And you can see the positivity. Like, you have good intentions around people, you have good intentions around your connections and network. Just know that it's seen. Just know that you are seen in the positive light outside of your immediate circle. Walk me through a day in the life of, well, let's start over. You were coaching, and now you're in the container business. How did that transition? What was your key spark moment that says containers? Here we go. That's me.
Okay, so the key spark moment was really I started off as I had to run a landscaping company with my first business.
Okay,
so right after COVID, crazy how I'm gonna tell you how God worked, man. I'm gonna tell you how God worked. When I first got to Texas, I seen everybody got trucks in Texas. And I'm saying this for a point. And I was trying to get me a truck. I want to get me a truck, and I wouldn't get approved for a truck. Man, I'm talking about I'm talking about, man. I'm like, man, I'm a defense coordinator. I'm making salary money at this college. You know what I mean? Rent was not much at all. And I couldn't get a truck. COVID happened. All right, I got a truck, right, and it wasn't, and it taught me a lot about that first truck because it wasn't no good, you know.
Yeah.
I was moving too fast. Guys said, "Hey, look, you're moving too fast."
Yeah.
I bought a lemon, you know, and so when that COVID happened, and they didn't renew my contract, like I was a contractual. They didn't renew my contract, so I got paid, and then I just started my London landscaping business, and then things transpired where I ended up getting me a truck back in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
All right, truck I have now. So leading up to the London landscaping, and then when I moved to Dallas, I said, well, I can't cut grass anymore for $25. I just can't.
Yeah. That ain't putting air in the tires at this point.
Man, I'm telling you. So man, I this company called Excalibur. I started hauling containers for that company. You know, for our counterparts, you know, who don't look like us.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good. And I learned a lot from them. And what it does, what it taught me though, I had my own truck and I was using a trailer. And but they used that trailer as a pun, as a way to try to control me, control my company.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about to answer your question, how I got into the container business. And look, I went there and see what people don't realize is I went there. They've been doing this for probably 8 or 9 years at this point, and so they already made the formula. All I had to do was go pay attention and watch what they was doing.
Right.
I ain't got to reinvent the wheel.
The wheel is invented.
It been invented. I just pour from, and then just take a note in my mind. Okay, I'm gonna do this way. I'm gonna do this that way. All right, I need this kind of trailer. Okay, this is the type of trailer I need. Okay, and so when I first got into the hauling business, I wanted to have another trailer. I'm gonna tell you, man, when God has a vision, a will for your life, He will block you from doing other things. I wanted the kind of trailer that I was trying to get wasn't the kind of trailer that I needed for where He was going to take me in container business.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was working for this company, they wanted to control how they pay me. And so I said, after a while, I went and bought my own trailer.
Right.
I guess I bought my own trailer with the money that they paid me.
That's
so
right.
They helped me.
They investing in you and don't even know it.
No, look, and investing, and I tried to go to them and say, hey man, you know, I want to partner with you guys. No, we not looking for no. We not looking for no
partners. We good right now.
Yes, indeed. So I said okay. And I walked out of his office. I mean, I went to the owner. Like I'm a bold. I have professional courage, and that's so important in being an entrepreneur. You got to have professional courage.
You got to be able to stick up and at least speak your mind. Say, hey, this is what I'm contemplating. I'm gonna put it in front of you. You make your decision. You have okay, no problem.
And so I believed in the vision that I had. To go that word again, vision.
Mm-hmm.
I believed in the vision of what I had for Mississippi, because again, I love Mississippi. I love Hazelhurst, that we talk about so much, and surrounding areas like Brookhaven, where I have 2 container yards at now. But that's later down the line. So I use them, and then when I went and bought my own trailer, you know what they told me? Man, why would you go do that? Why would you go do a crazy effing thing like that? Why would you go get your own trailer? Then they couldn't control me anymore.
Right, it's yours. You move it when you ready.
Yes, and I can set my own rates and what I should get paid. But guess what? They after about a couple weeks, about a month, they stopped using me. They stopped using my company.
They're like, okay, he getting the old folks say you getting too big for your britches. That's what the old folks say.
Yeah, but what they don't realize is I know who my source is. My source is God. They were just a resource. And I used to tell them it all the time.
Ooh, I like that. I gotta use that. I gotta use that one. Not a
Yeah,
source, you just a resource.
you just a resource. They look at me. They were looking at me crazy. Looking at me crazy, Jamie. Like are you like pretty much telling me you just using me? Well, if you want to look at it that way, but you just a resource, and God is my source, man. And God will show you that time and time again. So that's how I got in the container business. Is I seen what it can offer, and so and that's when I brought it to Hazelhurst and brought it to Mississippi,
Mm-hmm.
and I have other visions and plans for the container company.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get into that a little later on in the show.
Okay. So tell me this. So you get into the container business, and for me, I'm a web surfer, right? So I go down the black holes and what's different and what's not and stuff like that. And so like it's something that you can probably put my name in Facebook and put container homes in there. Uh
Yeah,
and it will go back, probably 5+ years. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I'm not gonna say it's super popular now, but it's trending and it's getting out there as far as
yeah.
something reliable, and it's becoming more normal, right? Um, and so what happens to the containers, and who is buying containers from you? What are they doing with these containers right now?
Well, in Mississippi, I have most people who are buying them right now in Mississippi is because I sell them in Mississippi and I sell them in Texas too.
Okay.
And, I can pretty much sell them anywhere in the country, really anywhere in the world, honestly.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, and that's like I said, that's another vision that I'm that's it's so much. It's man, it's just like a bloom. It's just like it's just like an onion. Just got to continue to peel back the layers
Peel
of
back
it.
the layers. I like it.
So,
I like it.
so like in Texas, I have a project coming up. I'm gonna build a container triplex,
Okay.
like a duplex, but it's going to be 3 levels. And it's going to be a triplex, a multi-family property. So, I,
Man, that's so dope, man. That's so dope.
and we're going to do a drone video, the footage, and the whole experience with bird's eye drone service. My god brother, we're gonna do a whole drone, experience with it. But it's a black minority lady. She's
Mm-hmm.
going to build a multi-family property out of containers, and that
That's dope.
project pretty much, and we're going to use a black lender, a black lady in Dallas. She's in her late 30s, I want to say, and she's going
Mm-hmm.
to finance the whole entire thing from a black bank.
That's dope. That's dope, man. You winning. You really winning. What does hold on? I got a question here. I typed it up for you. What problem does your product solve? Like what do these containers do that
Mm.
that 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 is changing, that is evolution to you? And how did
Mm.
you identify and say, hey, you know, this is something that is going to be super beneficial. I'm about to dig in right now.
That's really good. That's a good question. It solves a problem for individuals who have a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People who have a lot of stuff, or someone who has a small business, someone who has a big business, someone who has land, who has equipment. They have specialty containers they call double door. That mean they
Mm-hmm.
have doors on both ends. On a 40-foot container, you don't have to pull everything out in the back.
Oh, okay.
You can just open the door on the other side and access it from the other side.
Yeah.
Uh, there's a lot of individual business guy, Haley Construction and Brookhaven, construction companies. That's big here in Texas. Okay, when I say big, it's so much construction going on,
Mm-hmm.
and so you can secure. It's a security.
Yep.
Really provides a security on, you know, you're not worried about if your stuff is getting taken.
I've never thought about it that way. Literally, you are like you said, like peeling back the layers. Like I've never thought about it to, have a construction site. Say, oh, okay, I want to keep all my materials on site without having to pull everything off the site every day, every weekend, whatever. Have it locked down. Rent that container or buy a container to keep everything housed for the next,
Yeah.
6 months, a year. Oh yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
And another thing, people, I would suggest to anybody who's want to build a home,
Okay.
it's better to buy in bulk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to, because I mean, I have a construction company as well. So I take the construction company and my lead container services, and they are in partnership to where they can feed and help each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you build a home, you don't want to go try to buy all your material from Home Depot
Right.
every time. It costs too much. Okay,
Yep.
the cost of material right now. So you want to, when a customer work with me, my number one suggestion is going to be, hey, you need to rent a container so you can buy your material. If you build in 6 months or 2025 summer, then wherever your house is going to be at, you want to start buying your material ahead of time. It'll save you money. It'll save you a lot of money. Because that's so important. I mean, unless someone just rolled in the door and they can just go buy one.
Right. Yeah. That ain't me. So I'm listening.
So those are problems that it solves. Having a container, that they're winning watertight, they don't leak. You just can't walk up and break in it. You have to be an honest thief to break into a container. You got to have a cutting torch. You got to have.
You got to come with some money. You can't just come looking for some money. You got to have some tools.
Right. And see, here's the thing: people who have those type of tools are not riding around looking to break into a container.
I agree.
I
totally agree.
They're going to make some real money with they tools. So I mean, because they make lock boxes on where you can't even cut the lock on it. You just put a lock in it and it comes. You have to cut the lock box off to even cut the lock off.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
Just security.
You talking about some real. You talking about almost like a jail.
Yeah, it's a secure thing, even to rodents, for people who have horses, have livestock, they have feed and things of that nature that they usually have rodent issues.
Mm-hmm.
With staying in regular traditional barns, because I deliver and sell to a lot of ranches in Texas, because everybody got 800 acre ranches out here, 1,000 acre ranches, 100 acre ranches. And they have livestock, so the ongoing issue is battling the rodent problem. So
okay. So let me ask you this: so as an entrepreneur, you have obviously multiple businesses.
Mm-hmm.
How do you approach risk taking and decision making in your business? Can you give me an example of a time when you took a risk and what the outcome was?
I mean, the outcome wasn't good. I was working with, when the construction business is so big in Texas, there's a lot of scamming and there's a lot of good people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Is working with a guy who was a developer, and I was doing work for him because he had some good jobs going, good potential jobs going on, but he was trying to use the money to flip it and use it on a different construction site to get other jobs going.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was still doing work and and they want to get paid on time, but I saw what he was trying to do, and it made sense, but it just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's making a decision to continue to work and invest in money on the front end and realizing that that, but that's going to happen in business. It's a learning curve.
Right. It is definitely a learning curve.
So, but I look at it as those are learning curves I learned that I can teach my sons.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the mistakes that we make are life lessons, right? Say, okay,
Yeah,
if I've made this mistake, you don't have to. I'm
yeah,
gonna make it. Like I've made it. I've hit this thing head on. But this next generation or the person next to me, I can understand this is the job I've done, and this is how great it's been. I mean, like what you're doing from an entrepreneur standpoint is absolutely awesome.
and,
Go ahead.
and I want to say this one thing because I'm a big believer in this guy by the name of Dr. Miles Monroe. A lot of people might not know him. He guy passed away back in 2014 that was assassinated. One thing he always said about business is there's always a business opportunity for anywhere there's a need,
Mm-hmm.
a community-based need. Where there's a problem, there's an opportunity for revenue.
That's
Okay.
right.
So in Mississippi, there's a problem. There's a
Mm-hmm.
problem with housing.
It
Okay. So
is.
veterans, homeless. It's more people homeless in Mississippi than people realize.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I would guess maybe 10 plus years ago, I had a chance to do some working with the homeless as far as feeding and stuff like that. And people become homeless. I would say for lack of better terms, easier than you would think. Guy
Mm-hmm.
say, I remember this guy say, you know what? I got behind on my car because my car had some problems. He says my car had some problems and we've got a loan. So now my car got problems. I'm getting a loan, and then I end up missing some house payments. Missing house payments, got another loan. My car ended up, just quitting. So now I am, trying to rent a car. So one car is gone. I'm putting money into it. I'm I'm behind on my house. I got two loans going, one for the car, one for my house note to get it back going. And it says,
Yeah.
you have a few things with your house go wrong or miss a few notes. He says, now guess what? Now I'm in a hotel, right? I'm in a hotel. I'm trying to figure out. I don't have a way of work. I end up, getting fired, or either thinking his wife got fired because now they're sharing one car, trying to get back and forth with, a car that's not
Yeah.
working, or Ubering, or catching people back and forth to work. So now they're down to one income. They got two loans. They got a car that's gone. They got one income, and before you know it, they can't pay the hotel note, right? And so now they go to staying with friends, with family first, then a few friends. When that runs out, they go to a shelter and say, you know what, I get back on my feet best I can. But it's not that easy. It's just not that easy.
Oh, it's not. So that's just kind of like that's a domino effect.
Yeah.
Um, and those are a type of problems and that containers solve.
Okay.
Okay, is being able to when you build a container, building a home and building a container home it can be done faster.
Mm-hmm.
The structure integrity is there. I mean, it might take you a week to set up the initial structure of a home with a
Mm-hmm.
traditional build, stick build, which is nothing
Wow.
wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. But with a container home, you can be done in 20. You can be done in a day, 2 days, and
It's up.
and it's up. All you have to do is go in. I mean, I can make it sound easy because
Yeah.
I do
Well,
it.
you dope. Yeah. You dope better
But
than us.
right, it's and the container home can be built on any budget.
Okay. Well,
Any
so tell
budget.
me this. What's fun about the business? What gets your juices flowing and say, hey, you know what? I'm excited about the day. So I
Yeah.
know it's different aspects of it, but what's fun? Is it the pitch? Is it the sale? Is it the finished product? Like what's fun about your day?
I think it's a sell. It's a sell to see people investing in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's seeing people believe in something they can own, and like, and nothing's wrong with financing. Everybody can drop $3, $4, $5,000, $6,000 on a container at one time. I mean, I do offer financing. I do have in-house financing. I do offer financing for the containers. You can put a percentage down, but it's seeing people who like one my first black couple, they bought a container from me in Mississippi. It was an interesting sale. Don't get me wrong, but they just because they were old school. They was an older couple, and I appreciate them. I thank them for giving me that opportunity to serve them. Because that's my biggest thing is being able to have an opportunity.
Oh yeah.
And and they was so excited about that container, man. They was like, "Ain't nobody gonna come and get it now. Once we buy this, we need to have some paperwork." I said, "No, somebody gonna show up."
They're like, "Man, where this gonna be at when I get back from the grocery store? What's going on here?"
No, it was like in the country behind the house.
Yeah.
Somebody would just have to know it's back there.
Right.
But that was because they really took pride in, and they was excited about the new container they bought, and it's good, and that make me get I hate to say this, the black community sometimes is always late to the party. I don't see many people who look like me in the container industry. That owns a container company and looking to build it, because it's only people I see is white, Arabian, Indian. That's pretty much all I see in Texas, where it's like in Houston, Dallas, and they booming, and they booming. But people were. It's but given the opportunity to come to my home state and give it some
and work with them.
Yeah,
as much. Hey, listen.
People be skeptic about it, and the different thing in Mississippi is different. People want to touch it and feel it, and see what they're buying. But they ain't always an ideal situation. But I understand though.
Right. Because some people say, "Hey, I want it, send it. No questions asked. We know.
Yeah,
we know.
Say, it don't leak. It don't leak. It don't got no. I know it's complete. All right, good deal. All right, we can pay online. Yes, sir. Because I have an option to pay online. I have the full scale credit card. Online payments. You don't never have to give me any payment information. I can send you an invoice. You can pay just like you're paying. Any Fortune 500 company.
Let's go, man. Listen, you're doing some phenomenal things, and like I said, it's one of those things where the industry you in, it is so unique. Like you have really carved out a niche area there. Give me some thoughts to younger generations about entrepreneurship and why multiple streams of income are so important.
I've been thinking about this podcast all week, and and this is a self check for myself. Okay? When I think about being an entrepreneur, is a lot of people want to go into business, and because they just want to say they're working for themselves on my own, but not focusing on having a vision on why are you building a business? Are you building a company that your children's children can benefit from? We can't live in today. We have to, it's in the Bible, prepare for your children's children.
That's what it says. I agree.
That that their inheritance. And so me as an entrepreneur, that's the basis of my my entrepreneurship is building a company that even if my son don't want to be in containers, he might want to be in construction, in commercial construction, but it's still a form of construction, okay? Or if you want to be into real estate, or if you want to go into transportation, because I have a transportation company, 2 guys serving. So
man, you got a laundry list on that thing, on it.
Yeah, I mean, and these are all active companies. You know, these are all active companies that are that and everything takes time to build. And what I would say to the younger generation is, it takes time, man.
Yeah.
Unless you know your parents giving you a small $1 million loan, it takes time. It take and because this younger generation, I mean, from working with them as a coach, they
Yeah.
think everything happens right now.
Yep. That's
Right
it.
now. Like,
That's it.
and if it ain't working, then it must mean it's something wrong. It ain't me, it's somebody else. And it might be you.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
had been me at times because, I wasn't, I was shown how to be an entrepreneur through my
Yeah.
father. He never sit down and talk to me about it.
That's listen, you really struck a nerve there, because like my dad has owned his own business his whole life, right? I've never known him to work for anybody or work for another company other than him being hired to do certain jobs, right?
Right.
But walking me through it, I can just see him doing it, right? But as far as, hey, let me walk you through what a day in the life looks like, or when you got to cut checks for somebody else and not cut one for yourself, how do you make that happen, right? How do you balance certain books, or how do you do certain things? I'll never forget. My dad was talking to a guy on a job, and this guy was like this is the job, and like these are the blueprints XYZ. Now my dad is a high school graduate, right? And so
Right.
like he took this blueprint from this guy and walked him through it. The guy was the owner, was the developer, whatever, right? So he's walking him through what's wrong with it, what's not working, this not this, this not that. You got to take this out, da da da, and like it blew me away. And I'm like, man, I ain't think my dad could like a real blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
he just didn't register that he had all this wealth of knowledge, right? And so like here I am, like blown away. Like here I am, a college graduate. I couldn't read, two things on the 2% of what was going on. And my
Right.
dad got no college experience at all other than a few football games. And
Yeah.
he's walking this man, this millionaire, through what's wrong with what he's showing him. And those are the conversations we have to experience and be willing to, you know, give to other generations and to our circle around us.
That's good. Yeah, and so another thing I would say, man, and I just experienced this this week.
Okay.
I would say to younger generations or other entrepreneurs, people who inspire to be entrepreneurs, you have to know who your source is.
Mm-hmm.
Who your source? God is your source, man. Because and the people and the clients are a resource. They just a resource that was provided by the source. If he provides you with one resource, he can provide you with another resource.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a client that I moved containers. I still move containers for other companies and stuff because
Mm-hmm.
there's other companies who don't have trucks and trailers that can perform the job. So they hire somebody like my company, 2 guys serving to move the containers. See what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
See, I saw a white boy do that.
Yeah.
He had one company named something else, and he had his container company named something different. So he sell the containers through his container company, whatever he do through his container company, and he used his transportation company to move them.
Now, do you know how cold that is though? Like, do you
Oh,
know? Do you know
oh
how
yeah.
cold? Like, I don't think people really realizing how
They
many
got blinders
levels.
on their eyes. They ain't paying attention.
It's so many levels to these games out here
So,
to winning, right? It's so many levels to winning. How many active businesses are you running right now? What are their names and what do they do?
So my 2 guys serving is my transportation business. I move strictly containers. People think it's hot shot, but I don't really call it hot shot because I've never used a load boy. I've never used a broker. I've never used a dispatch. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and I say that with pride, but it's also just a humbleness and blessing because people who go into the transportation business, that's primarily how they enter it by
Mm-hmm.
using brokers, dispatchers, and that takes all their money. It takes a big percentage of it. You really can't say, "Hey, look, I don't want that. I'm not gonna take that pay. Give me something else." My other company is Elite Container Services. They provide the service of selling empty containers, modifying containers, building container homes, building she sheds, man caves, a barbershop. If you want to put a barbershop in it, it don't matter. If you want to if you got a dog kennel, people who raise dogs, you can build a container out of it and have one big dog house and have it insulated, dog houses, air conditions, and electrical wiring, all types of things.
Wow.
And then my construction company is Kingdom Development and Construction. So that's just the traditional builds and the builds of the containers. Development. Because I'm working with a developer out here, residential development, building multifamily properties. That I'm working on and building up to that. So that development, because there's so many homes going on here, apartments, and 62 home developments that's going on in Frisco, because we got a lot of big companies coming, like Universal Studios is coming to Frisco, coming to Texas, out of Florida. So there's a lot of development going on.
Man, listen, you have literally the complete package. Like you are thinking inside the box, outside the box, outside that box's box. And that's what it takes. Like, you have to layer these businesses to be successful. And go ahead.
And so the setup is I'm not done though. It's another part. It's another layer. So when you take these companies, you set them up under a trust, and then I have a business plan to start a company called Prosperous Visions Consulting, where I help people set up trusts for their land trust, business trust, homes, putting their homes in a trust. The wheels is bullshit. For so long it was in the black community. I've always said, "Oh man, you just a trust fund baby." I wish I was a trust fund baby, because a trust fund baby got funds.
Listen, we've said it. We've said that. All of us have said it, and not knowing that's what we really want to be.
Yeah, that's the play. That's the play. A trust fund baby. That's the play. Because that vision, that trust fund is for the family.
Yeah.
Anybody, and you can't nobody take it from you. You know how you deal with issues like people taking stuff in the will, and you're going through all this probate, and you paying taxes on it. Well, when you have trust, you don't have to do those things. Whatever the will say, all they got to be read. All the trust have to be read by the trustees.
And it's a wrap.
This happened. It's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Can't take it to court. Can't. This is what the trust said. So you take these companies and you put them in a trust, and you put them under an umbrella. And so people want to own. So I'm saying people always want to talk about how they want to own their companies, but that's not the play. I bet if you really swipe clean the surface off, a lot of big business guys, their names are not on their companies.
Listen, you going above and beyond what we came here for. I just want to
my bad. Okay.
Like, no, listen. Like, you having class here. Like, you having class here, Doc. Like, because it's one thing for you to have that information, but it's another thing for you to share and say, "Hey, listen, come on to me. Let me get you right. I know this is something that may be lacking a little, this knowledge is not out there full foreseen. So this is an opportunity for me to present it and bring people in." Like, you really having class out here. You having a real business class, layering class, and from a business standpoint, how to layer your business as to where it is in good hands at all times.
And I want to tell the story that what happened to me this week. So I had a company I was doing work for.
Okay.
And you got to know your worth. Okay. So when they mess up, look, man, you gave me the wrong address. It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you $100. Just convenience me for 15 minutes. I charge people that. Like they
Yeah.
convenience me for 15 minutes. I charge them $100, $200. It don't. That's what the price is. And so that was last week. And the guy told me Friday, hey man, we're gonna call you and give you some more loads on Monday. I said, okay. I sent them an invoice and charged them. They didn't want to pay it. They didn't pay it. Okay, they didn't pay the 75. Cool. You don't respect my business. Remember, I told you, you just a resource. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So fast forward to today, a different container company. I was doing a job for somebody else. I ended up having to charge them more money than they made me wait 2 hours, so I charged them an extra $200. Well, extra $300. But in within that job, I found a new client by mistake. I was just there doing a job for somebody else.
Yeah.
And I gave the guy my card, and I just asked him, having professional courage, hey man, y'all don't need someone to move these containers for y'all? Y'all need some help sometime. He said, man, just give me your card. Man, within, I kid you not, 45 minutes later, he called me. Said, hey man, man, I gave your card to my boss. He told me to give you a call and see if you can move a container for next week out of such and such, such and such. It's about 340 miles. It's gonna cost about $1,500. That's what just that fast. How God says, if you recognize it, don't
cold, man. That's
I'll
cold.
provide you with a new resource. A better
That's
resource than one you with.
That is cold, man. Like I said, a lot of people focus on who is supporting them, right? Like who has or has not supported you, right? And a lot of people, I don't know, the support, they have to see it in a certain way, right? They don't think a share is support. They don't think a like is support. Like in their mind, if you don't do a certain thing for me, it's not supporting. But the biggest thing is, like, for those that you are seeking support from, there's another 1 million people that you could be trying to service, right? Don't have your energy there. Like, don't build that negative energy up over who you have or have not serviced, when it's literally another 100, 300 million people that could or could not use your service. Like, that's where your energy has to be.
Right. You have to let your light shine. You gotta let your light shine through you, because that guy could have said, man, no, we don't need nobody right now. I think we're okay right now. But it was the opposite. You understand? And another big thing is you need help in this industry. I didn't understand that at first. I'll say it. I did not understand that. If you guys are a spouse or a significant other, you need their help. My wife tried to tell me that a lot. And I wasn't really taking heed to it. I was just trying to protect it. And one of my good friends of mine, business partner, said, "Hey man, what are you protecting?" And I said, "My business." He said, "Okay, but what it's going to be what it is." So so allowing your helpmate, your wife or your spouse, significant other, to be their support for you. And so I had to learn it the hard way.
Yeah. I listen. I've learned the hard way. I'm still learning, and I still don't mind, getting humbled at times. And my fiance, what she is she's the technician. She's the everything behind the scenes. So like for this particular podcast, the Google form, the document, the emailing back and forth, the bio, all that, like, that's her. Because I would get on here and just kind of ramble, like, let's go at it, right? But like, she's gonna make sure I have all the information, what I need, what time. When I came home today, the cameras is already set up, the laptop set up, it's already on the screen that I need. So like, stuff like that makes it easy for me to come in after working 12 hours to come in and do what I need to do. If I had to come in and get everything back together, then I'm frustrated. I'm, not really giving you my all. And so like, for those players, for those people that are committed to helping you win, like, it is all gratefulness. I
Right.
definitely
My wife
understand.
did the same thing. Yeah, most definitely. She did the same thing, preparing, having short ready, and, things of that nature. And those small things, it's so important, And and that's big, and everybody's situation gonna look different.
Mm-hmm.
Just, man, we gonna have to meet. We're gonna meet again, man, and do another show, man. Because I got it's so much. I'm boiling with information. And this is what I get love out of being able to inspire. People are always want to reach back.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Man.
Sometimes when I try to reach back, people slap my hand. While slap me in the face, I'll be like, "Well, I'm trying to reach back. Like, stop." But it's okay. I'm gonna keep on reaching.
That's
I'm gonna
what's
keep.
up. Listen, give me, go ahead and tell me one more time how to get in contact with your phone number, email,
Okay.
verbally, your websites, what you do, and where you're located, and how you can service them.
Well, my website is Elite Container Services. You can find it on Facebook, Instagram. I have a YouTube, and my phone number is 254-631-9185. That's my direct line. I have an office line of 601-552-0694. Sometimes I forget, but I think that's right though. I'm located, I live in Dallas, but I come to Mississippi all the time. I service, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama and Texas. But it's so much in Texas, but I want to focus on the home state, and really transform that into being something, astronomical. Um, what else you needed?
That's it. That's it. And go
Yeah,
ahead.
I like I said, if you're interested, I have a website. Go check the website out. Email serve SERVE at elitecontainerservices.com. Okay,
All right.
remember that, serve at elitecontainerservices.com.
So what I have is I dropped in the link. Your Facebook page, and on that Facebook page, it has your phone number. It has your email address, your IG, your YouTube, your TikTok, your web page, and so the goal is for you to be absolutely flooded with
Yes,
not just inquiries, but complete sales
most definitely.
for one reason or another. And however you got your business layered, that's the goal, to get you and to push you out there and push you into elite company.
Right, I take all forms of payment, bank transfers, credit card, debit cards, financing, for a small down payment, do finance. I have a brother of mine, what was it? Mr. Williams out of Hazelhurst. They call him
Okay.
Bone. He go by the name Bone. Everybody call him Bone. He bought a container from me. It makes me happy to see local.
Oh yeah.
Containers from me, from the hometown. I believe in keeping the black dollar in the black community.
Hey, I love it, man. Listen, thank you for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. Listen, I had intentions on getting you out of here in about 30, 45 minutes, but guess what? I was learning so much. I wasn't gonna let you go. I was learning so much. I was like, wait a minute, let me ask one more question. Hold on. Let me learn a little more here tonight before I let this genius get off the line. So we will be in contact. We will link up. Like I said, man, continue pushing your business. Never hesitate to tag Hello Black Man in anything. I'm always sharing to my stories, always sharing my pages.
We collaborate.
And I'm all for it, man. I want to see you win. People say I don't want people to do better than me. I do. I do. I want to know multi-millionaire so I can become a millionaire, or I can become 100,000 right? That information just has to be out there flowing. Those are the circles you want to be in, right? If you got 9 millionaires in your circle, guess what? They're not gonna let you fail. They're gonna say, hey, let's figure out a way to get you where you need to elevate, right? That's the goal here, man. So I appreciate your time. I see Brittany's in the Miss Mary is in the comments, and I appreciate her. I'll be sharing these links here, these comments, direct line, business line, email, and she just wants you to know you had an excellent interview. So I thank you for your time. I appreciate you, and you'll be back.
Yeah, I look forward to coming back, man. We're gonna be a great show.
All right, man.
Again, God
All right,
bless you.
yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
EliteContainerServices.com. Listen, I'm a container home junkie. I am. And so when I seen Mary have go into the business, like, I know when I'm at that stage where I'm going, there's no hesitation about it. And it's crazy. Like, you can go back on my page and look, I've always shared them. I thought they were cool, but he has like so many more different layers to the business than I ever thought of or knew, right? From a security standpoint, from a pet livestock standpoint, never thought about it. Like, it's just so many layers. And guess what? He'll move them for you. Guess what? He'll build it for you. Like, that's what you want, man. Like, those are the kind of people you want to tap into or be around. People that are figuring it out. Listen, he's figuring it out in his industry, right? You don't have to be in that industry to learn something from him. That's the thing about it. Like, that's the beauty of business, right? Big business owners do business with good business owners, right? He's figuring it out in his business. So he will know what figuring it out looks like in any business. Good business people. That's why you have those business owners like Donald Trump, those big multi-millionaire business owners, Tyler Perry. They're into so many smaller businesses, right? Because they make good decisions. They know how to do their research. They know how to talk the talk and walk the walk. They know how to deliver. They know about customer service. So it doesn't matter what he puts his hands on, he's going to be successful. That's what good business owners do. So, man, listen, thank y'all for tuning in. If you have a business, inbox me. We'll get you on the show. I want to talk about it. I want you to talk about it. I want to hear all about your business here on this show. Lamont, hey, listen, come on. That's what, listen. That's why when you got a good quarterback, he's a good quarterback on any team. A good running back is a good running back on any team. A good shooting guard is a shooting guard. If he in Salt Lake City, Iowa, or he in Florida, like, it don't matter. Right? So, like, he's figuring it out. Like, he's understanding how to layer it. And if you have a business and you don't have but one layer to it, you need to be talking. You need to say, hey, listen, I wonder how I can layer my business. I do this, but I don't do that. I could add this, and I could add that. I need a business just for doing this. If you go in the most amount of yard, guess what? They probably need their car washed. They probably need their car washed, right? And you mowing the yard and you power washing the driveway, you could be washing the car. You could be doing their fence. Like, you gotta lay it. Hey, listen, let me get out for it. It's been an hour, man. I've had so much fun, man. Mary, thank you for tuning in. EliteContainerServices.com. Hello, black man. Y'all rock with me. Hello.